Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that all bell notification. In that way you won't miss any time I publish a new video. Also to mention, I started a new YouTube channel, Laura Forde's Videos 2. So be sure to go across there and check it out, give me some support and help me reach that 1,000 subscriber mark over on that end as well. Alright, so what are we going to be making today? Well, okay guys, so I have a ripened breadfruit here that I want to attempt to make something new. I've never tried this before, so we're going to be doing this together. I'm going to try to make a breadfruit coconut bake. Now the thing about it is that even though my breadfruit is very ripened, it's not ripened enough. The last time I made a breadfruit soda bread, I'll leave a link in the description so you can see how I did that. That breadfruit was extremely ripened and soft, and I was able to mash it, and you know it came together nicely. But this one, even though it's ripe, it's still a bit firm in some places. So what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to try to blend this breadfruit to soften it so that I'll be able to work with it in order to make my bake. So I'm just going to put it in my blender with some coconut milk. And let's see how this turns out. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I have never done this before. We're going to be doing this together. Another live experiment like my last breadfruit soda bread video. So I'm just going to add it in here and let's see how this turns out. Alright, I'm going to head over to my blender. I'll be back. Alright, so in order to help this to blend up, I'm going to have to take out some. I think I have too much in here. So I'm just going to take out some and blend up this here. Okay, so I think I need to add some more liquid to this to get this to blend up nicely. So I'm going to add a little more coconut milk. This is fresh coconut milk. I will leave a link in the description so you can see how I made my coconut milk. So this is what we have here. Softened breadfruit, ripened breadfruit. And as you saw, I added coconut milk in order to get it to blend. Now, I only blended this one because it was not soft enough. If your breadfruit is very ripened, then you would not need to do what I just did. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's add some flour. So I have some gluten-free flour here. This is a all-purpose baking blend, gluten-free flour. So I'm going to add 2 cups of the gluten-free flour. I'm going to add about ½ cup of shredded coconut. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now if you are making this for yourself, you can use a packet of yeast. I am not going to be using any packet of yeast in my bake because I am sensitive to it. So my own, I'm just using the baking powder. But if you were doing it for yourself, you can use yeast if you would like. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar to it. Something else that usually you can add to a bake, but I'm not going to add it because the fact that the breadfruit is so, for want of a better word, glutinous in its texture, I don't see the need of adding egg to it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. All right, so now with our clean hands, let's get to bringing everything together. Now, with the moisture that we had in the breadfruit, I may not have to add any more liquid to this because this is very moisturized already. As a matter of fact, I think I might have to add more than the 2 cups of flour because of how moist this is. I don't want it this moist. All right, so I'm going to add a little more of my gluten-free flour to this. Right, so I'm now going to add this to my baking tray. I have it lined with a silicone mat, and I just put a little bit of coconut oil on it. And I'm just going to shape it out into the shape of a regular bake. Quick. It's a big piece here. I'm going to take it out. Ooh, that was a huge piece. Alright, so what I'm going to do, usually when you make a coconut bake, you will take a fork and perforate the surface. So I am going to do that. Alright, so I have my oven preheating right now at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to bake this for about 40 minutes.